Of these 10 beloved celebrities, which one has the absolute fewest haters? Well, let's begin by looking at Jack Black, whose hilarious paparazzi interactions are just one reason almost everybody loves him. For example, after being surrounded by a horde of photographers, Jack Black deliberately pulled the stupidest poses on his bike before trolling the paparazzi by doing this.
It's impossible to follow me when I go this fast. You're in my dust.
Which was a similar response to when he was ambushed by a single photographer.
So, any new projects we should know about, sir?
While most celebrities are concerned about keeping a manicured image, Jack Black shows that being an idiot can be just as beneficial, although he's also able to show maturity in the moments where it matters, like when he took the time to sing to a young kid who was a fan of School of Rock. Jack Black, he's just such a lovable guy. How could you not like him?
Oh,
Met him once briefly, he was nice enough. He was really great with his kid. Something about Jack Black just feels so human, but while Jack Black has always been loved by everybody, the now loved John Cena was once disliked by many. As the face of the WWE for roughly 15 years, people have said about John Cena, "I hated him when he was being shoved down our throats by Vince," while a Sportster article claimed he was disliked for being overpushed.
You know who everyone hates nowadays, bro? The Rock, bro. People are not feeling The Rock. And I don't know what he did, but everybody's just like, it's like a thing to just hate on The Rock. And I'm not sure where the misstep was by him, but dang, people are down his throat these days. I'm like, Jesus.
This had only been done, however, because he was too perfect. He maintains a clean image outside of WWE and is a perfect role model for kids who form a big part of WWE's fan base, and he carried the company on his back through and through for over 15 years. He was a reliable name for WWE during that time, not to mention he learnt one of the world's hardest languages just to further the company's presence.
WWE has really never been able to penetrate China, so I figured if one of WWE's top superstars could bridge the language barrier, maybe we can get some relevancy over there.
On top of this, John Cena holds the world record for granting 650 wishes through Make-A-Wish, which is especially crazy given no other figure has granted more than 200 wishes.
When you experience something like the reward of a Make-A-Wish, if you're not moved, I don't know if you have a beating heart.
How can haters hate on him? He's a good guy with a kind heart. Cena,
you're the man.
With all this in mind, it's no surprise Cody Rhodes stated,
"John's the ultimate role model."
Although if we're talking about ultimate role models, then Steve
Steve
has to
Irwin.
come next.
Freaking legend.
The media and his fans with respect.
Before we go on, RIP's in the chat for Steve Irwin, bro. Freaking legend, man. We just gotta, every time I see him, I gotta give him an RIP, because like he was a big part of my childhood, bro. And I don't even like wild animals or Australia, bro.
But of course animals too, using all of his income to purchase conservation areas in 4 different countries.
What good is a fast car, a flash house and a gold-plated dunny to me? Absolutely no good at all. I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife.
What did he just say?
4 different countries.
What good is a fast car, a flash house and a gold-plated dunny to me?
Gold-plated dunny to me.
I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife and wilderness.
The passion in his
which
voice
in
is
essence
beautiful.
Is going to help humanity. And you know, money's great. I can't get enough money. And you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to buy wilderness areas with it. Every single cent I get goes straight into conservation. And guess what, Charles? I don't give a rip whose money it is, mate. I'll use it and I'll spend it on buying land.
When interviewed by The Age in 2003, Steve used the interview to promote the protection of
These are
endangered
desperate
species,
times.
and it seems his good nature was. Steve used the interview to
They're going
promote
to go in
the
our
protection of
lifetime.
endangered species, and it seems his good nature was continued by the rest of his family. I
Love
never
it.
met Steve, but met the rest of the family when they were filming on Morton Island. Great bunch, friendly, approachable, so knowledgeable and willing to have a chat. Won us all over and were more than happy to join us for a drink in the evening. Steve Irwin was so kind toward animals that even after being killed by a stingray, fans have stated, "I'm still a firm believer that Steve would have been like, Cricket, I'm so sorry Stingray, I didn't mean to scare you. You were just defending yourself and I was in your space. Gosh, what a beauty." Admittedly, there are people who don't like Steve because he kept animals locked in his zoo, although finding a reason to hate Terry Crews is a much more difficult mission.
Terry
In fact, if you
Crews!
Google Terry Crews in the media, all you'll find is articles like 19 reasons why Terry Crews is a gift to the world.
Terry Crews! Hey Ducky, can you have everyone sub to my bro channel? His channel is Joshua Fasman, and he turned 24 yesterday. I'm poor, so sorry for not giving more. $5 is more than enough, my boy. Everybody sub to Joshua Fasman. That's gonna be a hard channel to find, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. Terry Crews.
Where's Latrell?
On the dance floor.
Terry Crews! Come on, man. Bro, he made White Chicks, bro. I'm sorry. His performance in White Chicks, legendary, man. Legendary. Absolutely legendary.
And 9 of the biggest reasons to love
Terry
Terry Crews,
Crews. Oh,
both
wow.
of which, like Jack Black, citing Terry Crews' less than serious nature. For example, he does the exact same jump at every red carpet event, although there's another Terry Crews meme that's a whole lot better. Daniel the Goat wrote on Twitter, "I keep this pic of Terry Crews in my wallet so I can see it when I'm about to waste money on things I don't need," LOL, which Terry realized was a pretty good idea. "I keep this pic of myself in my wallet so I can see it when I'm about to waste money on things I don't need, LOL. Although the reason Terry Crews is ideal for the photo is because he's also incredibly disciplined. In a Reddit AMA, he explained, "I spend almost 2 hours a day working out, and it's therefore no surprise he's
That is a specimen. That is a black specimen. My goodness. We don't aspire to be like you, then what are we aspiring to be like? It's you, my friend. You, my friend, are beautiful."
He's built such a crazy physique, which has helped him to land some of Hollywood's most lovable roles, like
Who said Duck it's you? Promote him to mod. Who said Duck it's you? Promote him to mod. Promote him to mod, man. But hey, put him in the server. Hey, bro, you lucky I don't have a pen next to me, because I would write your name on my wall. I would write your name on my wall.
Cheeseburger Eddie and Latrell Spencer from White Chicks. Terry Crews has also maintained his marriage for almost 35 years, which is a great indicator of likability, given Tom Hanks has done the same. In fact, the only time Tom Hanks ever got angry in public was when somebody bumped into his wife.
Facts.
Knocking over my wife.
You
Although
wildin',
he has
bro?
been exposed for behaving badly on film sets. Only the person who exposed him was Tom Hanks himself. Not everybody is at their best every single day on a motion picture set, the 2-time Oscar winner said. "I've had tough days trying to be a professional where my life has been falling apart in more ways than one, and the requirement for me that day is to be funny, charming, and loving, and it's the last way I feel." Despite often feeling frazzled, Tom Hanks appears legendary in almost every role. However, even then his movies are often hated, well, again by Tom Hanks himself. Okay, let's admit this. We have all seen movies that we hate. I've been in some movies that I hate. You have seen some of my movies and you hate them, with Tom's honesty about his bad moments only making him even more likable. In fact, the only location you might find a Tom Hanks hater is r/unpopular opinion, where
Wow.
one user responded, "Upvote to the realest unpopular opinion I've ever seen on this sub. Well done, you absolute psychopath." Although nothing would be more psychopathic than despising Bob Ross, who was not only loved for his extremely wholesome persona, but also for inspiring millions to become artists themselves. Bob's show brought me so much joy, peace, and encouragement as a child. It was one of the reasons I started painting. I remember buying my first painting set and painting along to one of his episodes. I eventually realized that his style of painting was not for me, but his warm heart and gentle encouragement is something that I will never forget. In fact, every time I make mistakes in one of my paintings, I hear him saying, "We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents." This follows Bob Ross's other philosophy that being different is not bad or good, it just is. And in case this this wasn't wholesome enough, Bob Ross donated around 1,200 paintings, which was sold to help with fundraisers, while he refused to be paid by PBS for his show, and instead gave all 403 episodes to the TV network for free. Although
Wow,
with one
what?
article about Bob Ross once being difficult to work with, it seems Weird Al Yankovic's legacy might be even cleaner.
Woo!
His genuinely funny songs had the advantage of being part of everybody's childhood, and while his interviews already show that he's a
Stream's breaking. You guys good in chat? You guys all right? Ducky said you have everyone sub and didn't do it. I called out the name. I'm not gonna go search the channel. It's gonna be forever to find that, bro. Realistically, I'm not gonna lie to you. You good? I keep freezing. It occasionally freezes. Oh shit. It's definitely me. The stream's current bit rate, 2705, is lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend that you use a stream bit rate of 6800. Ever since I updated my camera, chat, I forgot to update the bit rate on it, so that is why it is freezing. It is my fault. It is not yours. And sorry. To fix it, I'd have to end stream and restart again. Is it like really bad? No, unbearable. Okay. No, not really. Okay. Appreciate y'all for letting me know though, because I would have just not known. Before when I checked it said excellent. Oh, it said good connection, and I was like, damn, my internet must be shit. But now I know what the issue is.
super awesome guy. Those who have met him in real life say he's even cooler. For example, Patton Oswalt, guy, part of everybody's childhood, and while his interviews already show that he's a super awesome guy, those who have met him in real life say he's even cooler. For example, Patton Oswalt once said that Weird Al is the lone exception to the phrase never meet your heroes.
I love
while
that.
Kurt Cobain literally said he knew Nirvana had made it when Weird Al called him to get permission to parody Smells Like Teen Spirit. This is because Weird Al personally reaches out to each artist before he parodies them, not because it's required by law, but instead out of respect. Even then, Weird Al pays royalties to those he chooses to parody, which in turn makes him loved by other artists, except for Coolio or Weird Al Yankovic's one and only hater. After Weird Al parodied Gangsta's Paradise by instead making Amish Paradise, Coolio hated the song and chose to slam Weird Al on a different track, thus starting their feud.
Uppercuts and karate kicks from Weird Al, yank it quick. Wait, what kind of line is that?
Coolio,
if the shoe fit, put it on and step. And if your ass can't cash, don't let your mouth write no check. Okay. Fools be in the fours or the vans with a switch. Uppercuts and karate kicks from Weird Al, yank it quick. From Tokyo to Sojo, rolling with the 4-0. This hip hop that I'm holding will make you remove your coat. It's the Mandingo, everything but rhymes broken. Breaking and entering, first position, I'm supported. You can't understand how I do it. I'm just true to it. I let my pen flow across the paper like it was made in fluent. Let it ring, let it rip, everybody holler. Like Marvin Gaye, but don't you let the record skip. Something like that. I don't think that was the flow that he had, but yeah, it was some bars right there.
hated the song and chose to slam Weird Al on a different track, thus starting their feud. The two eventually squashed their beef 10 years later in 2006, with Weird Al's one and only public feud, placing him lower than James Buckley. His role as Jay in The Inbetweeners was of such legendary status, every viewer couldn't help but love him. While his character in the show was braggadocious and sometimes mean-spirited, James Buckley was the opposite in real life. When he began uploading to YouTube in 2016, people realized James Buckley couldn't have been more humble, which has since helped him to become the highest paid star on Cameo.
You're a Cameo millionaire.
Yeah, I don't want to rip people off. I charge 40 quid, you know,
Two mates can go in, 20 quid each, their other mate down the pub.
The only real disaster in James Buckley's career was the in-betweeners 10-year reunion, prompting him to tweet feeling pretty hated right now. Although given James Buckley is one of the smaller celebrities on this list, Keanu Reeves
couldn't get through this list without Keanu.
His lack of haters can be summarized by two simple words: likable
Likeable
vibe.
vibe.
Keanu Reeves is known for being one of the most relaxed, humble, down-to-earth guys in Hollywood, being spotted on subways and park benches as if he were just another person.
Just always
on a subreddit
thinking.
dedicated to
Bro just looks like he's always thinking, just in a constant state of just thinking.
being one of the most relaxed, humble, down-to-earth guys in Hollywood, being spotted on subways and park benches as if he were just another person. On a subreddit dedicated to Keanu Reeves
So
being
deep in
awesome,
thought, bro.
the second top post of all time reads, "Actors that nobody hates annual meeting," followed by Keanu sitting beside Tom Hanks.
Okay.
In fact, Keanu Reeves is so loved on Reddit,
Reddit
he
ask me
overtook
anything.
Barack Obama to achieve the most upvoted AMA of
Wow.
all time, where he used most of the attention to prop up other actors. This discussion about him being loved only makes others join the train and like him also, although there's one more celebrity who likely has even fewer haters, the one and only Mr. Rogers. His lack of cynics requires little explanation. Fred Rogers was simply unhateable. His demeanor was so kind, calm, and caring that when his car was stolen from outside of the network, the thieves returned the car to the exact same spot 2 days later, with a note on the windscreen reading, "If we'd known it was yours, we never would have taken it." Mr. Rogers was the definition of leading by example, as Fred's work for the greater good did not take the form of marching, rallying, or picketing. Fred didn't march against Jim Crow, he cast black actors on his program, with his kind nature certainly extending to outside of the show. I actually met him a few times when I was younger. I knew his grandson, and his personality wasn't just some facade he used on camera. He was genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever met. By all accounts, he actually was the kind and gentle man that he appeared to be on TV. In fact, this person thought hating Mr. Rogers was a
My
sign
parents
of
hate Mr.
narcissistic
Rogers.
parenting,
Raised
with
by
his likability being summarized by one single sentence. Mr. Rogers was, and in spirit remains, living proof that it's possible to conquer evil with kindness.
Love it. Wow, that was greatness. Your parents hating Mr. Rogers. L parents. Kick him in their freaking neck, parents.